Looked up at the night sky and wondered how stars are formed? It's a fascinating process that has puzzled scientists for centuries. But today, we know more about it than ever before. Let's take a journey through the life cycle of a star to understand how they come to be. The first step in the process of star formation is the formation of a cloud of gas and dust. These clouds, also known as nebulae, can be found all throughout our galaxy and beyond. They can be made up of a variety of different materials, including hydrogen, helium, and even heavier elements like carbon and oxygen. As these clouds collapse under their own weight, they begin to spin faster and faster. This rotation causes the cloud to flatten out into a disc-like shape. It's within this disk that the next stage of star formation takes place. As the cloud continues to collapse, the material within it begins to heat up. Eventually, it becomes hot enough to ignite nuclear fusion reactions. These reactions produce an enormous amount of energy, which causes the cloud to start glowing. And as it glows, it becomes visible to us here on Earth. We call this glowing cloud a protostar. As the protostar continues to grow, it becomes more and more dense. At the same time, it becomes more and more hot. Eventually, it reaches a point where the temperature and pressure at its core become so high that hydrogen atoms begin to fuse together to form helium. This process releases an enormous amount of energy in the form of light and heat. And with that, a star is born. But a star's life is not a static one. As it ages, it will go through several different stages of development. For example, a young star like our Sun will be very active, with powerful solar winds and frequent eruptions. As it gets older, it will start to settle down and become more stable. Eventually, a star will run out of fuel. When this happens, it will begin to cool down and contract. For small stars like our Sun, this process will take billions of years. But for larger stars, it can happen much more quickly. As a star contracts, it will become denser and denser. Eventually, it will become so dense that it collapses in on itself, triggering a massive explosion known as a supernova. This explosion can be so powerful that it can outshine an entire galaxy for a short period of time. After a star goes supernova, it will either become a black hole or a neutron star. A black hole is an object with such strong gravitational pull that not even light can escape it. A neutron star, on the other hand, is a small, incredibly dense object made up mostly of neutrons. And that, in a nutshell, is how stars are formed. From humble beginnings as a cloud of gas and dust, they grow and evolve over billions of years, eventually dying in a burst of light and energy. It's a truly awe-inspiring process, and one that reminds us of the incredible power and majesty of the universe.